Hello there, Professor Warsi. Have you noticed that with little suffixes, you can add them to nouns and adjectives and turn them into verbs? So if you notice, there are verb suffixes like if I, and eyes, and ate. Look, let me clarify this to you. Clear, you attach if I, it becomes clarify. Okay, or class, let's finalize this project, make it final. Or let me activate my alarm. All right, so we are going to learn verb suffixes today. We will learn the meaning of common verb suffixes, form verbs from adjectives and nouns. So we will turn adjectives and nouns into verbs by attaching suffixes. We will practice through interactive challenges. I have a quiz challenge for you, and master our suffixes with a final quiz. Okay, so let's begin. What is a suffix, you ask? As I just explained to you, a suffix is a small ending, and we add it to the end of a word. That changes the meaning or function of the word. So, for example, if you have a word like beauty and you attach ify to it, it becomes beautify. Now, beauty is a noun, right? And attaching ify makes it beautify, and it means to make something beautiful. Strength, another noun, and you attach n to it, which is a suffix, it becomes strengthen, to make something strong. Final, finalize, make final. Active, activate, make active. So notice how these four suffixes change the meaning of the word they're attached to. Ify, n, eyes, and ate. Okay, so let's study the first verb suffix, ify. It means to make or cause to be. And in the left column, you can say there are adjectives. 5 adjectives. Pure, purify, simple, simplify, clear, clarify, solid, solidify, just, justify. Giving you the meaning in the right column. Purify means to make pure. Simplify means to make simple. Okay? Now, in English, the final E is dropped in ify, right? See, pure has an E at the end. But when you attach ify to it, you drop the E. Okay, simple. The word ends with an E, simple. Simplify, the E is dropped. So this is just a small thing to remember. That's just a rule. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise now. I need you to fill in the blanks with the correct ify verb. I have given you the words in parentheses, right, after each sentence, and there is a blank space. So I need you to fill in the blanks. Pause this video now and complete the exercise. Okay, how did you do? Did you do well? Let me show you the answers now. The teacher asked me to clarify my answer, meaning make my answer clear. You need to simplify your idea before you present it. So make the idea simple to understand. The water filter will purify dirty water. Right? People buy a water purifier if the water is not potable, if it's not clean enough to drink. She tried to justify her action. Just. Engineers will solidify the metal to make solid. All right? How did you do? Did you do well? All right. If you didn't get all of the answers correct, it's nothing to worry about. We're learning together, And by the time you end this lesson, you will have a clear understanding of how to use verb suffixes. Okay, the second verb suffix is n, to cause, to become. So in the left column, you see adjectives and nouns: dark, wide, strength, light, and short. And the suffix n is added to the end of the word. Dark becomes darken, wide becomes widen, strength becomes strengthen, light, lighten, short, shorten. Okay, so these are all verbs now. Darken, widen, strengthen, lighten, and shorten, they are verbs. Okay, so sentence with n. I wanted to give you some sentences too, because it's not enough just to learn the words. Number 1, the coach asked the players to strengthen their defense. So make their defense stronger. So they strengthen before the next game. Number 2, the dark clouds began to darken the sky. The teacher's kind words helped brighten the students' day, right? To make the students' day bright. And I try to do that in my class. I try to create interesting exercises to darken the students' day, and I encourage them. I say, you can do this, right? Believe in yourself, have confidence, you can do it. You should shorten your essay to make it clearer. So this student has written a long essay, very long paragraphs, and the reader gets lost. Like, what is the idea? So in that case, I ask my students to shorten their essay. The loud thunder seemed to frighten the little children. The little children were scared by the loud thunder. So frighten means scared, to scare. Okay, can you do one more exercise to solidify your learning? See, solidify, but this time you will turn the adjectives into verbs by simply adding n. Okay, and it would also be nice if you could use these verbs in sentences. So make your own sentence and write them in the comments. I will read them all and then I will give you my feedback. Okay, so pause the video now, complete the exercise. I have a lot more exercises for you to do, so by the time you end this lesson, okay, you will have mastered using verb suffixes. I am sure you got all of the answers correct because we just learned how to use n to make verbs. So darken, widen, shorten, brighten, and tighten. Okay, another verb suffix is eyes. I-Z-E, eyes. Do you remember finalize? I said let's finalize this project. To make, to cause, or to become. So there are some adjectives and nouns: modern, final, public, hospital, symbol, and you look at the verbs right next to them: modernize, finalize, publicize, hospitalize, and symbolize. These are very common words in academic English. Students symbolize, students use these verbs in their writing. Okay, so then again I've given you some sentences because it helps, right, to see these verbs in sentences so you learn how to use them. The company wants to modernize its old computer system. Teachers help students organize their ideas before writing. Scientists try to analyze the data carefully before making conclusions. The government plans to legalize some new business activities. We must realize the importance of protecting our environment. Okay? Very good. So let's do an exercise. Can you match the meaning? All right, so modernize, finalize, symbolize, publicize, and there are meanings of each: A, B, C, and D. So the answers I have given you just to give you some practice. Modernize means to make modern, modernize. Modernize becomes a verb, right? Modern, modernize. Finalize, do you remember? We learned this word twice before. Make final. Symbolize means to represent something. And publicize is to make public. You can tell it's not that hard, right? Because it's publicize has public in it. And by adding eyes, we make a verb out of it. Publicize is to make public. Some information, some news you can publicize and people will know. Very good. Here's another verb suffix, ate, A-T-E. And this is not eat, ate, eaten. It's a suffix, so don't confuse it with the verb I ate breakfast already. To act or cause to become. So that's the meaning of this suffix. Active, motive, origin, vaccine, and communication. These are nouns and adjectives, right? Active is an adjective, motive is a noun, origin is a noun, vaccine is a noun, and communication is a noun. Activate, motivate, originate, vaccinate, communicate. You see, I have highlighted the verb suffix ate. And active means to start, a trigger, motivate, and inspire. As an English language professor, I motivate my students to learn well and work hard and become fluent in reading and writing in English. Okay? So 8, sentences. So we've been learning new verb suffixes, and we also see them used in sentences. The teacher will activate the computer before class begins. Scientists are trying to create new forms of renewable energy. Create, to make something new. That's why you see the word new right after create. The loud noise can irritate people who are trying to concentrate. And it happens in my class all the time. There are students in the hallway who are disrespectful and they talk very loud, and then I have to go out and say, please, can you keep it down because we're trying to study? So my students get very irritated when they're trying to concentrate or trying to take a test. There's this loud noise outside. They get annoyed. They get irritated. Good learners know how to motivate their team. The city plans to decorate the park for the holiday festival. Okay? Active, activate, create, irritate, irritation, irritate, motive, motivate, and decoration, decorate. All right. So let's try to do this exercise. This is the 4th exercise I've given you. Multiple choices, and all you have to do is pick either A, B, or C to fill in the blanks. The teacher wants to blank her students to learn. So pause this video now and finish the exercise. We will look at the answers together. Okay, these are the answers. And I think you did really well because we've done 3 exercises before. By now, you should have gotten a very good sense of how to use verb suffixes. So 1 is A, the teacher wants to motivate. 2 is B. 3 is A. 4 is B. And 5 is A. Good. Let's do one more exercise. Okay? This is not a tricky exercise. It's actually guessing. Simple plus a question mark. Dark plus a question mark. Final plus a question mark. So you will guess which verb suffix is added to the nouns and adjectives. Simple. Can you tell? This should be an easy exercise. Remember, I said this is not a tricky exercise. This is a simple exercise because you have looked at these examples before. Simple. Which verb suffix would you add to it? Okay? We're going to look at the answers right after you finish the exercise. All right? There you have the answers. Simplify, darken, finalize, motivate, and purify. Did you notice something? The 4 verb suffixes that we have learned so far, all of them are used here. Simplify, ify, darken, and finalize, eyes, motivate, aid, and purify for ify. Okay, so we make real life connections. Okay, we use these verbs all the time. You may be using this a lot, right? Can you clarify this, Professor Warsi? I'm confused. I don't understand this. But you just don't realize that you're using suffixes. You modernize your home. You clarify your thoughts. You strengthen your muscles by working out, right? And you activate your card, for example. Sometimes you get your credit cards in the mail and you have to call the number to activate your card so you can use it when you shop or buy something online. Okay, so how about this? I am asking you the meaning of the suffix. For example, ify. What does it mean? Do you remember? You learned it, so it should be easy. What does ify mean? Does it mean to become, or to make, or cause to be? So do all of the questions. There are 5 questions, and they should be easy for you. I am confident that you will do a great job. You'll get all of the answers correct. Pause the video and complete the exercise. All right, did you get these right? 1 is B. Ify means to make or cause to be, such as clarify or solidify. To make dark, which suffix is N, right? Dark. Darken. Strength, strengthen. Number 3 is hospital. Did you add eyes to it? Hospitalize. Like my friend was hospitalized last night. Number 4, originate. And number 5 is simplify. You have seen most of these examples before, so you should have done really well. Okay, so this is the last exercise I'm asking you to do, the ultimate suffix challenge. Add the correct suffix to these 10 words. Okay, so add the right suffix to beauty and make it into a verb. Okay, so after you finish the exercise, I'll ask you, how many did you get right? And I am confident that you got all of the answers right, that you got all of the answers correct. And if you didn't get all of them right, then you can write in the comments, right? In the comments below, you can write, Professor Warsi, the sixth motive, I didn't get it right. And that is fine. Remember, I keep telling you it's okay to make errors. Because you are a student, you're learning. Tell me your score in the comments. Did you get 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10? All right, are you ready to see the answers? Okay. Very good. Beautify, equalize, wide is widen, pure is purify, modern is modernize, motive is motivate, strength is strengthen, simple is simplify, hospitalize, origin is originate. Okay? I'm proud of you. You stayed with me. This is great. Okay, because today I believe you have learned verb suffixes really well. There are 4 different types that I have introduced to you: if I, N, I's, 8. And that brings us to the end of the lesson. Let's recap what we have learned. If I means to make or cause to be, clarify, purify. N means cause to become, like dark is darken, strength is strengthen, light is lighten. I's mean to make or become, modernize, publicize. And 8 is an act on or cause to become, activate, motivate. So remember that suffixes are small, that they are very powerful. If you ask your professor to clarify something, that's good language, because you're saying, this is not clear to me, I'm confused, I don't understand, can you clarify this, Professor Varsi? So use these verb suffixes to make your English stronger and more expressive. Okay, so let me leave you with this little task. Write 4 sentences using verbs with if I, N, I's, and 8 suffixes in the comments. You may want to go back and look at some of the example sentences I gave you to understand how to use these 4 suffixes. Keep practicing, because practice makes perfect. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please write in the comments. I will respond to you with a clear explanation. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.